Hey Peter, Cabot here, production designer for Scrubs. To answer your question, I think the most unusual set that we built, particularly recently, is the stomach, which aired on last week's episode. Turk makes an incision in the OR and dives into the body cavity and ends up in here. And it was essentially built like we would build a cave, except we made it look like flesh. And it was basically an homage to the Indiana Jones scene where he goes for the golden isle. In this case, it was a golden tumor. So that's probably the most unusual one we've done.
I would say the favorite line that I ever got to deliver would be in the pilot episode, the only episode I was supposed to be in, when I said, "Why a penny?" to JD. And the reason that would be my favorite line is because those 3 words basically gave me a job for 5 years. So my thanks to Bill Lawrence for writing that line in that scene and for letting me say it.
Hi, my name is Kevin. I'm the lead production accountant on Scrubs. I have to say my favorite episode thus far is episode number 503. I do like Turk and the Tut and their famous kung fu fighting scene. When they came in, I didn't notice that many stunt people, and it just turned into a wild fight. So I did love that, and that's my favorite.
Jason from England, your question was, who gets their lines wrong the most? Well, I have to say Donald is most creative at rewriting and a little ad-libbing. I wouldn't say messes them up so much as that he changes them.
Alright, my favorite episode would have to be this season because I only started working on the show just this season. We taped it as episode 507. It was our 100th episode. It's not the way it was aired. It's my favorite because my picture's in it. And self-indulging like that. Shit!
Oh, hey, I'm Rob Mesher. I play the Todd on Scrubs, and a lot of people wrote in with questions, and I wanted to answer some of the questions that they had for me. The first one was from Cozy, and he wanted to know how I pick my surgical caps every week. Let's see, which one am I wearing? Which one am I wearing? Skull cap?
Skulls, roses.
The original one that I liked was the flaming one. Now, the surgeons like to wear scrub caps because it lets everybody else in the hospital know that they are, in fact, surgeons and badasses, and that's what surgeons do. So I'm the epitome of that. So I wore the flaming scrub cap to start. Then they made for me variations on that. When this one is a little too bright, just like a red Scrubs cap. I don't wear it too much. Then we got into some like Dice and Girls, and I thought that was kind of funny. And of course, I have copies of both. So here's Scrub Cap, but if I ever get in any trouble, I've got Scrub Cap. So I've got a couple of these. The last one I want to show you is probably just another girl. So these are all my choices, and they let me pick whichever one I want to wear, depending on my mood. And my mood is often naughty. Oh, this was from the Wizard of Oz one, and it's got, I don't know if you'll ever notice this. This is from the Wizard of Oz, and these are all flying monkeys. And that was the 100th episode, the Wizard of Oz episode, and they're flying monkeys. So if anybody notices that, good for you, and get a life. But God bless, I appreciate that. Now, interesting, along the lines of that question, Sebastian asked me about the ratio of fan mail asking for more Todd banana hammock scenes versus fans pleading with me to keep my banana hammock hidden. And I just want to say to you, everybody loves the banana hammock, okay? And I want to take you through the banana hammocks, okay? Because we've got top people making them for me. This is the original Flame banana hammock, okay? Yes, I fill it out. And it matches my Flame scrub cap. That was a request of mine originally, to have my underwear match my scrub cap. And then they got a little crazy in wardrobe, and they made me like the bright red one if I'm feeling a little festive. If I'm feeling like I want to camouflage the action, I go camouflage thong, okay? This is beautiful. Then they tried to speedo me up because it's Flame, but I didn't like it because I feel like it covers too much of me. And I want to give to the audience. That's what I do. I give. And then if I want to play it simple and straight, it's the traditional black Speedo. Now, contrary to popular opinion, some people can pull off a black Speedo. Unfortunately, I am not one of those people. So this is my, just for the record, my go-to thong. And this is my favorite backup thong, which I've worn so many times, but you probably don't even notice it because it's camouflage. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions about the Scrubs caps. and about the picture thongs, if I may. And that's all I got, so thanks for watching the show. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, my name's Ethan. I'm in the crypt department, and my favorite episode is My Quarantine, specifically for the joke, anybody want a quarantini? There you go.
Hi, Crows. I'm Pat Quill. I'm one of the writers here on Scrubs. And your question is, with so many musically talented people on the show, both actors and crew-wise, is there any chance we will ever see an actual Scrubs musical? Well, it's a very good question. You will hopefully see a Scrubs musical.
Crows.
We've been thinking about it for all 5 years. It's very labor-intensive. We probably have to do it at the beginning of the season, where we have more time to plot this stuff out. So maybe year 6, you will see a Scrubs musical. Thank you, Crows. Good question.
Hi, Brian. Happy 100th episode to you. So my favorite episodes, I have 3. My first favorite episode is My Philosophy, directed by Chris Koch. My second favorite episode is My Screw Up, also directed by Chris Koch. And my third favorite is My Way Home, which you will see tomorrow night, our 100th episode, directed by Zach Braff.
Steve from Dublin, you wanted to know what The Boo is. The Boo is basically a series of shorts that I did with some friends. And it was for something called channel101.com, and it's sort of like a website where you go and you put up a fake pilot, and then every month the pilots get voted back on. If you get voted back on, you've got to do another episode. So The Boo ended up staying on for a full year, and so we did 12. It was these 3 guys, Andy, Yorma, and Akiva, who are absolutely hysterical, and they write them all, shoot them, edit them, everything. And so The Boo was a bit of an homage to the OC. And so anyways, these 3 guys are now on on SNL, and you have to download The Chronicles of Narnia. If you have not yet seen it, you can download it off iTunes.
My question was from Paolo from Italy, and he asked what my favorite TV shows were. They actually asked everyone on the staff what their favorite TV shows are, and they're a pretty diverse staff, so I'm just going to say mine. Girlfriends, Moesha, Cosby, Living Single, and American Bandstand. Thanks, Paolo.
Okay. Hey, Deb Fordham, one of the writers again, answering another question. This one is from Sebastian. Sebastian wants to know, are there any storylines that the writers desperately wanted to get on the air but were unable to make them work for one reason or another? There are tons of things. We all have our own little pet projects, these stories that we pitch every single year, and they never, ever, ever get on, and they become like running joke. For like Janae, it's always Nurses Strike, and for me, it's always Therapy Dog. But we all have these things. I read a great story once about this guy who was suicidal. He jumped off a building, but he lived. But he had some sort of brain damage. He had an amnesia case afterwards. And I thought, what a cool story, because the doctors had this ethical dilemma. It's like, do they tell him that he had a miserable, depressed life and tried to kill himself? Or since he didn't remember all that, maybe they tell him he had a great life. And I thought, what an interesting story. But Bill Lawrence did not think so. So, yeah, we all have our own little pet projects that we pitch year after year, and you will never see them. So that's it. That's the answer to your question, Sebastian.
Hi, everybody. My favorite episode of Scrubs was My Rectal Itch. It was the last episode, never aired, but it was quite amusing.
Roderick Pollmann from Germany. You wanted to know when my last trip to Germany was. It was actually 2 years ago. I was doing a press trip for Scrubs. So my boyfriend and I went to Hamburg, and we were only there for a few days because that's all the time that they gave us. But the time before that was when I was 16. My mom's family's from Germany, so we went all around Germany to Garmisch-Partenkirchen and Köln and München and Hamburg and Rostock and Reitz and weil meine Mutter ist von Deutschland, also wir haben viele Verwandte und Bekannte da. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss.
This is and to answer Crozie's question. Crozie, hi, my name's Kevin, and my favorite video game, I have a lot. I don't know. It's hard to say because I like to play so many of them. Like I like old school Atari stuff, but I played Nintendo a bunch, so like all the Mega Man games. And I know I sound like a giant dork here, but I don't care. I played Zelda like forever, and Grand Theft Auto, and I played Metroid a whole bunch, and I play, let's see, Counter-Strike, but I don't play online, and Half-Life and Half-Life 2. But that's pretty much it, and I can guarantee you that I'm one of the only guys here that plays video games, or who's willing to admit that he plays video games. But as far as the Scrubs video game, I don't think that there's ever going to be one. Probably not. But we do play some games around here, and there's one that we I play called Hide Something Stinky. And if you come with me, I'll show you. I was just playing the day, and let's see actually if I won. Okay. The object of the game is to hide something stinky in someone's office. So this is Bill Callahan's office. He lives right next door to me, and he's not here right now. And he said his office has been smelling lately. So as you can see down here, there's a rotten apple and another apple that's getting kind of gross, that's full of mushy stuff, and a banana that's falling apart. So I win this round if I hide something stinky. You can use that one with your friends if you want to get grossy. See you, buddy.
My name's Joe Beauvais. I'm the site rep. Favorite episode of Scrubs has to be the first one. I was an extra in it. First shot in the penthouse, sitting behind Johnny C. So that's kind of where my heart is.
Call Harley's name at the beginning.
Harley.
Stay.
Hi, this is Buddy. My favorite episode was 505, My Way Home, which aired last night.
Talk, Jared, talk.
No, I don't know.
Dance.
Hey, Pete. See ya.
So I'm the associate producer of Scrubs.
That's what we should do.
I found out today.
Is there stuff
in the
in Hollywood
variety.
Reporter also, or is it just for us?
So for all you who look me up, and some of you do, because I've seen it. Names. Associate.
And what's your favorite episode?
My best moments, because I was in it.
You want to do that? Are you the choking guy?
And I gave Johnny C his best moment when I was choking on gum, and he saved me. That was his best moment and mine. Good night.
Hi, my favorite episode is My Old Lady.
Chris, you wanted to know why I don't create a blog like Zach Braff, and I'll try and work towards that. I've just recently started emailing. I've just joined the 1980s, so hopefully the blogging will happen in probably 2020, 2021, something like that.
This is a question from Alex. He says, hey, this is more of a request than a question, but I think now that JD is an attending physician, he should wear a white lab coat like Elliot does. Well, Alex, the only problem is we only have one white lab coat per the budget, and we just really can't afford any more, and that's just the way it works. So I'm sorry, we'll have to deny a request for JD to wear a white lab coat. Is that good?
Let's go to the rewrite, Tim.
All right, thanks.